Hello guys, welcome back. My name's Nathan and today I'm going to be discussing the New Jersey Devils and if they're the NHL's biggest disaster. Now New Jersey currently sits in second last in the NHL, currently sitting at 22 points, and after having the super high expectations coming from this last offseason, they basically fell flat on their faces. But what is the problem in New Jersey right now? And are they the biggest disappointment and disaster in the NHL right now? Watch till the end for all my opinions and thoughts. Now the New Jersey Devils this season have just been purely embarrassing. Again, second last in the NHL, currently sitting at a 9-13 full record. They are only trailing the Red Wings right now, who sit at a 7-20-3 record and have lost 8 straight games. But New Jersey has been one of the worst teams in the NHL this season. Quite frankly, even worse than they were last season when they got the first overall pick. And after the crazy offseason of guys like PK Subban, Nikita Gusev, the expectations were high. And just like the New Jersey Devils have done a lot of times before, they fell flat on their faces and are once again in a rebuild position. Now for New Jersey, I know I'm wearing their gear right now, but I don't love them. I also don't hate them. They're kind of in the middle of NHL teams for me. But besides that, I want to see them succeed this season because they were such a fun team back in 2018. Taylor Hall having that MVP season. They were a fun team to watch. And then last year happened. They just collapsed. They had a ton of injuries, and it just kind of was a forgettable year for them. But they got Jack Hughes, PK Subban, Nikita Gusev, and everything was looking up for them. It was looking like a great offseason that could prove to make them to a playoff team. In my official playoff predictions, I had them around 94 points. One of the best teams to miss the playoffs, but I didn't see them getting over that hump. And so far, they proved me right in that area, but I expected them to be a good team. But holy crap, they've been bad. And I remember a ton of people crowning them as the offseason champions, and rightfully so, because you had so many great acquisitions in the offseason that was looking to bolster them into a team that would at least be competitive. And I saw that being the New Jersey Devils. Not making the playoffs, but being competitive right to the very end. And I saw a lot of people not just saying they'd be a playoff team, but could potentially win the Metropolitan Division. And I was definitely hesitant to go that far, but I saw them being good. And when you compare them to a team like Detroit, who is last in the NHL standings, Detroit had no expectations. There was basically nobody on this earth besides the actual team, the Red Wings, that thought they'd be outside of the bottom 5. We all knew they would be bad, and surely enough, they are bad. But for New Jersey, this season is even more worse than last year because of the expectations that they did have. Those expectations were 100% deserved. You get PK Subban, who is a Norris Trophy winner. You get a full, healthy season of Taylor Hall. Nikita Gusev, who was a KHL scoring machine from Vegas. And of course, the first overall pick in Jack Hughes. There was a lot to be excited about, and that's just what makes the season even worse when you put on the expectations. And again, this team has somehow found a way to be worse than they were last season. A year that was riddled with injury, terrible play, and overall was just a disappointment in every way too. And then you compare it to this year where they played worse in almost every single department. When you have a healthy Taylor Hall, you had PK Subban, Nikita Gusev, and Jack Hughes, they're somehow worse. I don't know how it happens, but it's happened so far. And the thing is, especially in this New Jersey case, it shouldn't just be John Hynes that gets blamed, or Ray Shero, or even the roster. The blame should be on everything. Now, if the Devils just fire John Hynes, I think that'll be fine, but I wouldn't expect this New Jersey team to magically become amazing, because the roster has proved to not be good. Yes, changing a coach can do a lot of things, but I don't think it's entirely on him. There is a lot of blame to go on here. The players, the coaching, the management, everything has just been disappointing and obviously a disaster so far. You look at Detroit, Ottawa, LA, those teams are expected to be at the bottom, and they're not surprising. But you look at a team like New Jersey and the roster that they have, or the players that they have, they shouldn't be that bad. They should not be that low in the standings. And that's what makes them, I think, the biggest disaster out of all the teams so far this season. There's been some disappointments like Tampa, maybe even Chicago or like Montreal a little bit, but overall, for how bad New Jersey has been, for how disappointing they've been, it might be the biggest disaster right now. With the expectations that you have, you can't be this bad and expect to get away with it. But you also have to kind of feel bad for Devils GM Ray Shero, who just went full hard in the offseason, tried to get as many good pieces as he could, and acquired some very good players. But it just has not worked, and some obvious changes need to happen. Obviously, you fire John Hynes, I would do that first, and you should also hold the players accountable, because their play so far has been, simply put, unacceptable. And when you have all these expectations and all this amazing stuff going on, to be in contention for 3 first overall picks in 4 years, that's not exactly the greatest model of a great franchise. Just look at the Edmonton Oilers, who got first overall pick over first overall pick and first overall pick. You get a first overall pick, and you get a first overall pick. That's basically what the New Jersey Devils are in a nutshell. And I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm biased against the New Jersey Devils. I'm just trying to put it how it is. Because the Devils, in my opinion, have been maybe the most disappointing team in the league. And, in my opinion, the biggest disaster as well. When it came to the expectations versus the actual play this season, New Jersey has been just straight crap. And they've been playing that like that consistently throughout the start of this season, and I think it will continue that way. Unless we see some major changes, some major trades, or some major managerial moves, I don't think we'll see New Jersey change, at least for a couple of years now. Because right now, they're set to trade Taylor Hall this trade deadline to continue this rebuild, and I think that might be good for New Jersey in the long-term future. You just get that rebuild, get first overall pick after first overall pick. But for New Jersey, it's obvious that this team is not working and likely won't work for the rest of the year either. But New Jersey is also not an easy fix. They're not just going to be able to fire their coach, call it a day, and become a playoff team magically. They're a team that'll need time, maybe a couple more years of rebuilding to get back to the promised land of the playoffs. I don't pity New Jersey because the situation is not ideal whatsoever, but you fire John Hynes, make a couple of trades, and just go and set for the future. Because right now, that's really the only choice that New Jersey has. Again, they're in a situation that's not a good situation. It'll take some time, but I think New Jersey will be back. They have some good core pieces, guys like Nico Hischier, Jack Hughes, but that's for the future. Right now, it's obvious they can't compete and they can't win hockey games. But of course, with this video, this deep dive on the New Jersey Devils, I need to hear y'all's thoughts down in those comments down below. Let me know what you think about the Devils this season, their disappointing season up to this point, what you think is wrong with the New Jersey Devils, and if you think they're the biggest disaster in the NHL, like me. But if y'all want some more Grav videos just like this one, I would suggest you watch this video, where I discuss 5 Taylor Hall trades that can actually happen. But that'll be it for today, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Again, comment down below your thoughts on the New Jersey Devils and their crazy, wacky roller coaster ride of a season. Make sure you share this video with your friends. Get the word out there, boys, because the Grav Gang is almost at 10K subscribers. I'm Nathan, and I'll see y'all next video or stream. Goodbye.